Hello, greetings. This is the Picklog, otherwise known as Kalia, and this is a live stream on a starter's guide to Passparttwo, the starving artist. It's a game that I recently got for the holidays, and I just thought, wow, this is an amazing game. And the more I've played it, the more I've loved it. I even bought a copy for a friend, and man, this game is great. And well, the best way to do it is through display capture on OBS, so that's what I'm going to be doing, is display capture. The music you're hearing in the background, let me go ahead and credit that real quick. It's just a online radio that I commonly use for my other YouTube channel, which is Ponyville FM. Mainly, it's going to play random songs. The current DJ is Aerial Soundwaves, and well, yeah, it's just in the background, just pretty nice. So yeah, with that, let us begin. Display capture on. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is minimize OBS, and oh yeah, here's the chat, so let me go ahead and minimize that. So the first thing you want to do is open up Steam, making sure that your Steam is up and all that jazz. And then you would go to the store, like right here, and you would type out Passparttwo, the starving artist. And here you would get a little preview of the game, and you would see little pieces of art and stuff like that. As you can see, it's mostly positive in reviews, and it was released last year around June. And the only reason that I know about it currently is because, well, of YouTubers like Draw with Jazza, Jacksepticeye, and stuff like that. And it's an amazing game. Here, let me pause this so that way it doesn't give so much away. But it's on. Well, it was on sale previously, but now it's back to about $10, which isn't too bad. The content of this game is worth it. Trust me. And as you can see, I've already purchased the game, so it's already in my library. So I would go to my library, I would click the game, and I would click play. Now, as you can see right here, it shows a little window asking you how you want to set up your Passparttwo, which is the screen resolution, the graphics quality, and the monitor. I'm on my laptop, so I only have one monitor. So I have it as display 1. For graphics quality, I've always had it at Q. my apologies if I pronounced that wrong, but as you can see, there's a potato, toaster, Metacore, bien, tres bien, and Q. And screen resolution is as such. I used to have 800 by 600, but I found that too small, so I increased it to 1280 by 600, and that was perfect for me. And for me, I like my games windowed. I don't like them full screens, so this is windowed for me. And if you click over here, you see the input. You see the little some stuff which you don't have to really get into. Once you get into the game, it's pretty self-explanatory. So, let's go ahead and begin, shall we? It's going to take at least a few minutes to load as it loads the game itself. And there's different ways for you to play the game as time goes on, and there's different achievements you can unlock, there's different storyline, and all that jazz. Alright, so as you can see, here's the opening menu of Passparttwo, and it has a random piece of art that displays right here next to the main character, which is this lizard dude. He's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Then there's a little advertisement saying, oh, now we're on mobile, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to download that later. What I've been playing the most is Endless Mode, but if you are starting out in this game and you want to unlock the story, you would click New Career. So you would basically start out as a starving artist, and you would start in what's called Act 1 of each storyline. It goes Act 1, Act 2, and so on. So if you want to play the storyline, you would click right here to start. As for me, I've already started, so I would have to click right here, continue, to continue my storyline. Let me go ahead and check the chat to see if there's any questions before we continue. Oh, we're good. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and click endless mode, and just so you guys know, right now I have connected a mouse with a little mouse pad underneath it. So I have this with my mouse right now. That's why my mouse, my cursor is fluid right now, is because I have a mouse. If you did this with trackpad, it would be a little slower. See, this is my trackpad, this is my mouse. Trackpad, mouse. I would recommend, if you start out with this game, you start out with a mouse, not a trackpad, because you might get into it, and that's not good for your wrist if you use your trackpad. Alright, so let's click endless mode. And as you can see, I've only unlocked Act 1, so for endless mode I'll have Act 1. So I'm going to click Act 1. And it's going to load the sequence. This opening never gets old for me. Alright, so as you can see, you start out in the alleyway of Paris, which is Paris. And here's you, little artist, and the first thing you're going to do is create a painting. So you click the easel right here. So left mouse click, and there you go. You've already started in painting. So let me go ahead and briefly go over these tools, which in endless mode is unlocked, but in career mode you're going to have to slowly unlock them one by one. So I'm going to start with black, and I'm going to lower the brush size like so. And this is the first tool, which is the paintbrush. So I'll just go and then the second tool is actually a spray can. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the color blue. I'm going to increase the brush size just a little bit, and boop, 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 boop. And if you notice, the artists themselves, or the 3D model I should say, is actually moving with your brushes. So if I was to do, for example, like this along the top, you would see right here in the corner, or not the corner, but over here on the right, him painting right there. So, boop. See? He just did that little stroke of paint. And the second tool, or excuse me, the third tool, is the pen tool. This tool is very handy whenever you're wanting to do little details, which I'm going to use for, let's see, let's make it a head. So we'll do like a little head right here. And as you can see, I'm clicking and dragging to move the circle, aka the brush, with me. Clicking and dragging, like so. So I'm going to switch back to the paintbrush, which doesn't do the whole clicking and dragging, and it doesn't drag with it. It just one simple stroke. As for the pen tool, is a little bit more than that. So let me show you while I do the details of this face. So we're going to do some eyes that are closed. So boom, boom, and then we do a little nose, and then a little mouth. And you know what? I think I'm gonna make this a little me. Oh, introduction. Click this register. Keep track of your cash flow. This is important, but I'll go over that in just a second. Let's go ahead and finish the first painting. Alright, so brush tool. Pardon. Phew. Alright. There we go. So let me go ahead and increase the brush size just a little bit. Nope, that's a little too much. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the cursor for the paintbrush in this game is actually pretty easy to paint with. And it helps if you pay attention to the cursor itself, because if you look right here, the cursor turns black against the canvas, which is the white. But if I move my cursor / brush over the black, it turns white, so I can see where my brush is before I act upon a stroke. So I'm just going to do a little neck right here, a little shoulder, a little shoulder. There we go. So then we do that, and I'm going to do the brush tool, or excuse me, the pen tool for these little details like so. There we go. And I'm going to call that done. So for me, before I finish a painting or artist piece or anything, the best thing you got to remember is to sign it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign it with what I usually been doing this whole time I've been playing this game, is sign it with a little butterfly. So I'm going to do a little pink butterfly with the brush tool, which I find is the easiest. I could do it with the pen, but it's not as quick and as efficient as the brush. So there we go, our first painting. So once you're done, you click the check mark, and you move it to one of these bricks. So I'm going to move it right here, and I'm going to left click, which is going to load the painting. The artist / lizard dude goes over to it, and you can name the piece. So I'm going to name it Self-Portrait. Hang on, I missed the O. And if you listen, there's a little typing noise for whenever you name it. So after this point, you can choose to tweet it, or you can choose to screenshot it and then save it from there. What I've been doing is I've been screenshotting the pieces I do, so that way it's in my Steam gallery. Ta-da! Screenshot saved. So we're gonna click the check mark, like so, and if you click over here, you can make the artist stand next to the piece. And the characters of the game are going to stop by and look at the piece. As you can see, we have Sith, and Sith says lacks energy for her comment. That's, or then again, it could be a dude or a chick, but you know, that's their comment towards the painting. But as this is endless mode, you can play until the act ends, or you can play until, you know, so such and forth. Oh, here comes another person. He's going to look at the picture as soon as he walks back. Slowly but surely, and ba-bum. He thinks it's Tresbian, and he bids 108 for it. I'm going to ask him to go a little higher by bidding right here. 122. I'm going to sell it for 122. So I'm going to click the check mark, and he purchases it for 122. As you can see, the register jumps up with a little animation that you just received a purchase. So you click the register, and you can see what your bills are. Your bills are wine, baguettes, and rent. Obviously these are going to increase the longer you play the game in story mode, but in endless mode, you pay your bills as daily as you need to. But that's how you do your first purchase, and as you can see, you start out with $80, and after that first purchase you now have 122, and totally you have 452. And these are euros, by the way, the currency, I believe. But that's how you do this with the mouse. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit exit, which is gonna bring up the main menu, or not the main menu, the pause menu. And I'm going to click main menu. Alright, now here comes the special part for those artists out there. What if you want to plug up your drawing tablet and you want to draw with your drawing tablet? Well, this is a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to suggest the best way to do this is to close Passparttwo and then connect your drawing tablet. Make sure your drawing tablet is connected, then open the game again. So I'm going to go ahead and exit the game, like so. And as you can see, as soon as I exited the game, the screenshot uploader came up asking me if I wanted to keep this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this piece as so. Upload. Uploading screenshot to your Steam cloud. There we go. So that is the first piece of the odd little endless playthrough, which happened with a mouse. See, this is all mouse, so even if you don't have a drawing tablet, you can play this game with just a mouse. Alright, so now comes the moment of truth where we unplug the mouse and we plug up the tablet. You may be wondering what drawing tablet I have. I have a Wacom Intuos Pro, I believe it's pronounced. That's the drawing tablet that I use, and I purchased while I was in college. So let me just go ahead and put this cord here, and put this cord here. Almost. Oh, hang on just a second. Well, almost got it. And pachong. Alright, so now I'm going to move around with my drawing tablet stylus. As you can see, the cursor I have right now, it's currently up, is my drawing tablet stylus's cursor. So we're going to go ahead and make sure this is connected by doing this. We're going to right click this. We're going to do, oh wait, no, we're going to do this, and then we gotta search Wacom Desktop Center. So the Wacom Desktop Center is gonna come up, and it's gonna talk about what drawing or what Wacom product you have plugged in. And but surely, bada boom, it loads my Intuos Pro AM. So if it says your device right here under my devices, that means it's plugged in and it's ready to go and blah 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 blah. But something I want to show you, that whenever you're setting up your drawing tablet for Passparttwo, is that you need to do the following. You need to go to pin settings, have this little window up, which is this window right here, and you need to go into mapping. And this right here needs to be unchecked. So use Windows Ink needs to be unchecked for you to use the drawing tablet for Passparttwo. So as you can see, mine's are already unchecked. So that's already good to go. And this is my own pin settings for my tablet, which is right click for this one, double click for that one, etc, etc. So I'm going to close this out, and then I'm going to launch the game again. This with the same settings as before, 1280 by 600, FATSP, graphics quality, and window. So blah blah blah. Alright, let me go ahead and close the Wacom Desktop Center real quick before we continue with the Passparttwo demonstration. Oh. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and take a sip of my drink. Much better. And oh, hang on just a second. Let me minimize this, and then oh, I'm so sorry, we're having technical difficulties right now. Ah, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, goodness gracious. Hang on a second, guys. Give me just one momento. Alright, here we go. Alright, the Passparttwo game is running. The OBS is running. The Steam is running. Let me just quickly close. Let me close a few programs real quick. That way the computer runs a little bit faster. Make sure we close Wacom Desktop Center because we don't really need that anymore. And there we go. Oh, hang on a second. I'm switching between my drawing tablet and my trackpad, as such is my mouse and my other technical mouse. Alright, that should do it from there. Alright, so let's go back to Task Manager right here. Let me just memorize this. Let me go ahead and close Passparttwo because I'm thinking I'm not seeing it on my taskbar, so let me just close it real quick and try opening it again. And there we go. Man, these technical issues had to be happening right when I was showing the drawing type part. Oh well, what you gotta do? Technology, right? You can only do so much. You can't push too hard. Alright. Alright, you know what? We're gonna have to do something I'm not comfortable with doing, but we gotta do it. Because it looks like our windows isn't responding. So the fastest way to do that is to do the following. There we go. Much better. Alright, let me see if we're still live. Alright, we're in the green. Cool. Apologies for those technical issues, guys. I really apologize for that. Alright, looks like we got 2 new people in the chat. Zoe and A-Flame. Zoe says, awesome work, pickers. Keep it up. Thank you, Zoe. And A-Flame says, hello. Hello, Zoe. Alright, excuse me. Hello, A-Flame. Apologies for the technical issues. Alright, so let's get back to what we were doing, where I'm showing you guys how to draw with the drawing tablet in Passparttwo. So I'm just gonna click play, gonna go ahead and launch the game. And as you can see, I can go ahead and select any of these guys with my cursor, so I'm going to click endless mode, or I'm going to tap endless mode with my drawing stylus. And I'm going to click Act 1, and it's going to load the game with the drawing stylus, the drawing tablet engaged. So now we're starting out again in endless mode, but we're doing a drawing stylus. So if you look very carefully, I can paint with my drawing stylus. Huzzah! Huzzah! Drawing stylus away! Oh man. It's a very exciting feeling whenever you got your drawing tablet to work for this game, man. But like I said, for those of you who don't have drawing tablets at home and you still want to play the game, a mouse will work just fine. Trust me. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a painting with just the drawing tablet. I find that the drawing tablet works very well with the pen tool. So if you want to do real good details, like what I'm doing right now with this whole square, you definitely would do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a drawing tablet, a little drawing tablet stylus. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna do a little bit of this. 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 A glitch that I've noticed that happens with Passparttwo and drawing tablets is that when it's in windowed mode like this, sometimes the window will glitch just ever so slightly, and while you're drawing, pause your drawing, and the best way to fix that glitch, or not fix that glitch, avoid that from happening to messing up your canvas, is that you select right here outside the canvas. So this is the canvas right here, this white square, and this is outside the canvas. So if you find yourself, like I just did a few seconds ago, in the middle of drawing, and you're not sure of what's happening, and you're like, oh my goodness gracious, I was in the middle of drawing, and all of a sudden, I'm not on my canvas. Well, you just select outside your canvas, and you're good. You're good-a-boo-boo, as I would say. So here's a little drawing stylus on a drawing tablet, and we're just going to go ahead and do a red stripe on the top just like we did in the last painting to get a little consistency, as some people would say. Continuity! Sorry, little brony joke for those bronies out there. Alright, and we're just going to do a pink butterfly, as I already explained earlier. That's my little signature for this game. It's a pink butterfly. So we'll put this right here, and we'll name it, let's see, what should we name it? Drawing with passion. Because this is passion at its best. And then we save the screenshot, and then we click the check. Pretty handy, no? Let's see what the first person says. Fresh like a morning baguette, and he wants it for 82 euros. Now, to me, you can start refusing all the bids you want to your paintings the more you play this game, but the more you refuse bids, the more it unlocks you refusing the bids in the first place. For example, I got the achievement on a high horse because I refused 20 bids. But I find that the easiest way to avoid bids that you're not really easy in doing, you just let them time out while you draw the next picture. Which is what I just did. I just let it time out. So I'm going to start on the next picture, which would be the following. I'm just doing a little bit of the example, so... Oh! Looks like George wants the peas for 69 euros. I really don't feel that's 69. I feel like that's higher a piece. But we'll find out as time goes on. Alright, so I'm going to use the pen tool, and I'm going to make this a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And this is going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. There we go. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of this. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. And then I'm gonna do the pink butterfly right in this corner. Perfect. And I'm letting this piece technology at its best. Technology. Oh, that's totally spelled technology wrong. Technology at its best. Take a screenshot. And we'll let that piece go at a lower price than this first piece. Now, something I've noticed about this game, Passparttwo, is that even though if you paint with the white, the whitest white, it's still not as white as the canvas. Let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to paint with the whitest white, and if you look right here, I'm painting it next to this black, and it looks like a slight gray next to the canvas. Oh! Oh, no, that's for the first piece. I don't want to sell the first piece for 72, Steve! You need to buy the second piece. The second piece is better, technically, just a little bit. First piece is a little bit more passion than that, so I don't want to sell it for that low. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue with this painting. Which again, I'm doing with the light. Alright, and now I'm going to use the actual gray. Okay, so this piece in my eyes is done. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but there's a little eye right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the paintbrush tool, lower this a little bit, and just gonna do this real quick. Oh my gosh, hang on a second, someone wants me to answer the door. I will answer the door. Hang on. Let me go ahead and mute my mic real quick on the OBS. Alright, I'm back. Probably should have used my BRB screen, but I did not anticipate that I would use a BRB screen in this live stream, so apologies. Alright, what's wrong? Let's see. George wants the Eye of the Storm for 47. Let's do a little higher. 42. Fine, 42. And thus, our first painting has been sold with the drawing tablets. Whew. Alright, and that's the endless mode, Act 1 with drawing tablet. Let me go ahead and check the chat and see how you guys, if you have any questions for me before we continue. Okay. Alright. Well, I believe this has been a successful live stream despite the technical difficulties and despite the interruption of the sibling. But all in all, that's how I play Passparttwo, with mouse and with drawing tablet. Just to help relax the nerves, I'm gonna paint in a picture. Oh, Steve wants this piece for 111. How about a little higher? 119. Alright, you can have that for 119. Ah, there we go. I was hoping that would... Oh, breaking news. The Eiffel Tower is a secret mind control device according to conspiracy theories. I've heard that if you do breaking news pieces for Passparttwo, it rates rather nicely. So let's go ahead and do a little piece with the Eiffel Tower. Let's increase this brush size just a little bit. There we go. I actually don't have the Eiffel Tower memorized in my mind, but I do have a mental image of it. The best way to do art is to do it with a reference, but at the same time, there's the mental image, and then there's, you know, the realistic image. So, aho, let's go ahead and paint it with just the mental eye. Let's see, there's a little cross right here, a cross right here, a little cross right here, and a little cross right here. And we'll draw a little person right here. He's like, hello, Eiffel Tower! How are you today? And this little person is just gonna be like, hello, Eiffel Tower! Praise on thee! Praise on thee, you goodness, graciousness. Praise thee, the Eiffel Tower. And here's another person that's sitting on their knees. They're just like, oh, hallelujah, hallelujah, oh, hallelujah, 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 yeah. Alright, and then we'll do some sun rays. But this Eiffel Tower is the mind controlling of Paris. Or not the mind controlling. You know, the whole breaking news thing. We'll draw a little bit more people. Let's make the brush size super tiny. There we go. This kid, or excuse me, this is a mom. This is a mom with their kid. The mom's like, listen very closely, child. This is the Eiffel Tower. You will admire this for days to come. See, even sick people can convey the message that you want to convey. Though in my eyes, these aren't sick people, these are just shadows of people, you know? Shadows amongst snow. Which is why I did a little gray slash white background on the floor. Okay. So now I'll do the pink butterfly in this corner. Oop, I'm doing it with pen tool. Let me do it with brush tool. Brush tool is a little bit easier to do the butterfly with. Even though the pen tool is more precise. Alright, let's go ahead and do some clouds in the background. So a little cloud right here. A little cloud right here. And a cloud right here. And a cloud right here. There you go. Paris la lava. Paris la lava. Oh, that's a little inappropriate. Maybe we should do a different name. Paris is love. No, Paris is love. And there we go. We'll see how much that sells for. I'm just gonna stand right here. There we go. Just stand right here next to my two pieces of art. Tres bien! 119. A little higher for that. 132. Sold for 132, Benjamin. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really love this game. Alright, so we'll go ahead and exit endless mode from here. Main menu. Ba-da-ba-bum. We could finish Act 1, but unfortunately I don't want this live stream to be like an hour long. I'm trying to keep this live stream a little short and sweet. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and exit right here. And the screenshots thing will come up for Steam asking you if you want to save these pieces. So we'll go ahead and save these pieces. Paris is love. Upload. Upload to Steam to the Steam cloud. And then this one looks like we accidentally did this twice, but it's okay. Eye of the Storm. Upload. Upload. And then this one, what did we call this one, guys? I think it was Technology at its best. So that's what we called that one. And I think we called this one Drawing with Passion, if I remember correctly. Upload, upload, and there we go. So I close this. As you can see, each one of these has a little cloud icon, but this one doesn't. So this one I won't have the screenshot for, but these four I will. But I did this one twice, so you know, this one's the lesser of the two evils. And there we go. So before we end this live stream, let me go ahead and ask the audience who's watching if you have any questions about Passparttwo. And I'll answer that to the best of my capability. Here's my latest achievement. Sold 100 paintings. Feeling the carpal tunnel. Dude, this was all in endless mode, guys. This was all in endless mode. Well, particularly not all. There's still the paintings I sold in regular career mode. I just haven't made it through Act 1 yet. I can't wait to see what ending will be my ending, but we'll find out in the near future. Oh, speaking of which, my playthrough of this game is not going to be on Picklog, it's going to be on my main channel, Pickberry. I've decided I'm not going to live stream them, but I'm going to record them with my friends and my mods. So you'll see those be recorded and edited accordingly and then posted on that channel. Okay, so that should be enough time. Let me go ahead and check the chat. Oh, hang on, that's my alarm. Sorry about that. Alright. Any questions before we end the live stream? Alright, so in this situation, whenever there are people who are a little too shy to type a question, I'm going to do a hypothetical question. Dear Picklog, what if you want to see the screenshots that you've saved? Good question! This is how you see the screenshots you've made. So, obviously you go to your library, you see all your games here, this is all my games, and then you click on here to select this game, which is Passparttwo, the starting cards. You can view all the friends who play this game, you can view all your achievements, you can view the recent news, blah blah blah, and at the end you see View Screenshot Library, which is here, all the screenshots that I have saved. Which, believe me, isn't all the art I've done in this game. I've actually done a lot more art than this. But these are the pieces that you can see. See, I did one for Block Undertale. I did this one where I called it Age is Beauty. She's a little blue woman with like orange curls and gray curls, and she's, even though she's old, she's still pretty, even with blue skin. And then this one was a purple lady. So I originally wanted it to be a lava lamp, so I tried to make it all lava lampy, but I ended up making it a woman. So I was like, here's a purple lady. And then I have this one, which is Love in Paris, which is a little, with some lipstick and some Eiffel Tower, and then that. And then I have this one, which I called Mad Hatter. And then I have this one, which is supposed to be Mickey Mouse with like sunglasses and a red bow tie. Oh, and this one was done whenever the Wi-Fi was down and I was really in the mood to draw. So I was just like, let's play Passparttwo with the Wi-Fi down. And this was the first piece. Wi-Fi is down. No! That's supposed to be me on my knees with my legs in the air going, no! Oh, and one of the breaking news for the Passparttwo game was that someone was applying to be president with a boot on their head. So I drew a little dude with no hair, and he has a boot on his head, and a little green tie, and he's applying to be president. So this is him about to give his speech, and he's just like, hello guys, here I am with a boot on my head. And I named this Boot to the Head. Off of the meme Boot to the Head. I don't know if you guys know that meme, but it's a really funny meme. You should look it up. Enough of that. Alright, so that's the basics of Passparttwo. I believe I've covered everything. If you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and put it. Oh, hang on. There's gonna be a little bit of an echo if we don't. There we go. If you guys have any questions for me, put them in the comments below of this YouTube video. I'll be quick to answer them as best as I capably can, but please be mindful that, you know, the game itself has discussions right here in the hub of the Steam game. So if you have like a technical issue and you want to report it, or if you want to have some questions about that, that's something for the developers of the game to answer, not me. I'm just a player. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching this. I really appreciate it. I hope it's helped you start out the game. Gracias.